When T-Hub Phase 1 started, Telangana was a baby, but now on to bigger things. I have with me the CEO of T-Hub, Mr. MSR, as we call you. What are you pitching yourself for?
So T-Hub, I think T-Hub 2 is different level. I think first of all, from a physical dimension standpoint, it will be the world's largest innovation space. So what we have here at T-Hub, this point is a 582,000 square feet built up area and 350,000 carpet area. We'll have potentially about 3,200 seats, so we can support close to 800 startups in this building. But apart from the physical infrastructure, what we are really trying to do is to really strengthen our focus on building the ecosystem, right? So we do believe that we have made significant progress, but while we've made significant progress, to go to the next level, what we need to now do is to bring all the elements which are required to build a strong startup ecosystem in place, which is, for example, how do we increase the funding available to startups. So we're as you will see in tomorrow's event, we're close to about 45 VCs from across India who are coming in here, who will be delivering master classes, panel discussions, fireside chats, and so on. That's one part. But also they'll be listening to about 40 of our startups are actually going to pitch to them. So we have a startup showcase, all of that. So the intent here is to create everything which will support a startup to get to the next level. And we've essentially we have a simple framework which we use. We call it the 6 M's and 2 P's, which is access to markets. So we will have a number of corporates working out of this place. So it becomes easier to facilitate corporate and startup interaction. We'll have a lot of VCs working out of here, which is the second element, access to money. Then mentors, we already have 100 plus mentors. We'll be able to bring in many more mentors to support the startups in their journey. We'll help startups with access to talent, which is manpower. So we are putting on board a number of recruitment service providers, number of technical platforms, which will allow startups to get access to technical talent easily. And the other 2 pieces, which are the softer parts, are about motivation and mindset, right? Because entrepreneurship is a tough journey, and entrepreneurs need to be constantly motivated to keep fighting the fight. So that's something which we'll do. And the 2 P's are about partnerships. So what we are trying to do is to bring all the pieces of support which is required for a startup. So for example, if you set up a startup, accounting services, legal services, tax related services, HR, payroll, outsourcing type of services, digital marketing type of services, plus any technical services which you require, for example, cloud services. So Amazon, Google, Microsoft, all of them are going to be here to support our startups, the next part. So that's the power of partnerships. And the last part of it is also about policy support. How do we work with the government to create more and more policies which support startups to get to the next level?
When T-Hub 1 started, of course, we spoke about a startup state that was now calls itself one of the most successful. Now you're pitching yourself not just for Telangana, you're saying not just across the world.
Yes. So we are today happy to tell you that we have now started working with a number of other state governments. So the first state where we're actually going to be helping them actually build a no-hub is in Orissa. That engagement is just started. We are in advanced stages of conversation with 2 other states to set up facilities similar. They believe the model we put together, a true model of supporting entrepreneurship and innovation, is something where our know-how, our understanding of how to build this can be leveraged by other states. So that's one part. We're also talking to a couple of countries outside, a couple of our neighbors to the east. One, we also are talking to a couple of Central Asian countries who want to set up facilities like what we've done here to spur, promote and grow innovation and entrepreneurship.
Okay, that sounds fantastic. So startups is what are the kind of numbers we are going to be accommodating here? You spoke about corporates coming in, you spoke about VCs coming in. So the entire, the spectrum of whatever is required for a business.
Yes. So we'll have at full capacity, we'll have close to about 3,200 seats here. So we expect also now with post-COVID, to some extent there's a little bit of hybrid model of working. So we'll be able to support close to about 800 startups working out of here, physically from this infrastructure.
Okay, thank you so much. So phase 2, 7 times as large as phase 1. That's something that Telangana will surely be proud about. In Hyderabad, with camera person Nagraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV. Was that okay for you?
methodology.
So Telangana is pitching itself as a startup kind of a place for not just the state or the country but the world now.
Yes, we have in the last 6.5 years, I think we've built a significant brand reputation, we've built deep capability, and other states are now starting to leverage what we've done. So we are, for example, doing a large engagement with Orissa. We are actually working in a build, operate, transfer model with Orissa to set up OHUB. We are in advanced conversation with 2 other states to replicate what we've done at T-Hub in their states. We are also doing work internationally with a neighbor to the east. We are now in conversation. We're also talking to a couple of Central Asian republics who want to now promote entrepreneurship and innovation. I think most governments now recognize entrepreneurs are the ones who create jobs, right? And there needs to be a structured process of creating entrepreneurship and promoting innovation, which is where the T-Hub know-how, methodology, experience comes in handy.
Thank you so much. So India's youngest state certainly proud of its innovation kind of an environment that it is able to provide now, not just for Telangana but for the world. In Hyderabad with camera person Nagraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.